Open eye, feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
What does perfect even mean? Is there even such a thing? Ooh, can we switch up all the rules and imagine a utopia? Darling, I'm just so fed up with these expectations. They keep weighing me down. My heart is begging me to get the hell out of my head. I'm gonna live inside the upside down for a minute and pretend, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, whoa, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, whoa. And if I say it enough, it gets ingrained in my head, and I start to see, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Honey, I'm a, yeah.
Welcome everyone to this Friday evening and another race here at Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club. We are here at South Dakota Circuit for a special event. This is the Jeffrey Nasseir Memorial Race. We're at South Dakota Circuit in his RX-7, a single make series here. One little quick race. I have a couple guys excited for this one. Last week out, we had to cancel short on plans. But this week, we are back and giving you guys 2 races in 1 week. Today, we have the Memorial race that we are looking to make a yearly thing where all the guys can come in. And we have a race like this. We're looking at 10 lap race, 2 10-lap races this evening. So should be some great action out here. And of course tomorrow we have round 3 of the Race of Champions. We are going IndyCar racing at Michigan International Speedway. So that should be a very fun event tomorrow. Don't miss out. We go racing at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, live streaming 4:15. So save the time on your phone. That should be a very good race to check out. But if you were here earlier in the stream, you would have noticed all the pictures going by. I'm actually just gonna put that for you up there right now. So these are a whole bunch of pictures taken from the past and present. There you see the RX-7 that we are racing with today. Jeff Nasseir racing this car that we are driving with there at Mosport earlier in the year. He was very excited to race it full time in the season, but sadly that was cut short. There you see his famous Ford Escort back in the early days. 2 versions of it. It was a yellow version, and there you see a white, red, and blue version of the car, and the Guy Sprint. Sadly, we don't have these type of cars in Assetto Corsa, or else we'd love to race with those. But all these photos taken at South Dakota Circuit once upon a time. It's just very awesome to look back at it. And now back to present day. The skin created by myself, Raul Nasseir. Pretty happy with how it looked out at the end. And the physics and how fast the car is roughly accurate to what it is like in real life. I was not able to drive the car myself, so I don't fully know, but the man himself did drive this car once in our simulator, and he said it was pretty accurate to what he has in real life. So we give the car some racing slicks to go around South Dakota. I know he wished he was able to race this car at South Dakota as well one day. So we're making that dream come true here. So I got 7 of you guys watching the stream. Thank you guys so much for tuning in this Friday evening. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and hit that little bell notification on the side. That will alert you on when we go live every week, so you don't miss out on a single thing. We're currently watching Danny Nasseir on track. Actually, let's go on board with him right now. So this is the in-car of the RX-7. Deville Park just getting out the way. But let's go on a lap. You really want to be very smooth on the inputs. So coming up to turn 1 now on the brakes, down into 2nd gear. Good apex there. Moving now to the next turn here. Very, very smooth, actually. You can see he's just 7/10 off of the fastest time that's put on the board there by Ivan Marino, a 38.1. Let's see what he does in the gooseneck. Just 5/10 off. And now coming across the line, is this any improvements? 39.5, so he is cutting that time down. We do see Mike Van Doren joining into the session now. We're not expecting the whole band to get together here this evening for this race. I know that's the reason why we do decide to race on Saturdays as opposed to Fridays. There's a lot of drivers just not available to join us on these evenings. So sit tight. Your favorite drivers will be there tomorrow for the IndyCar race, which I'm very excited to commentate. That's going to be probably one of our best races we could ever have. It's going to be very action-packed. Michigan and Indy are a very, very fun combo to watch together if you were there watching it in real life when they used to race there. But enough about that. We will continue all those conversations tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Here we see DeVille Parks currently on track. We have a couple drivers on track. I think 7 total have joined into the session here. I know we might see a couple aliens crash landing here at South Dakota. I mean, just in the background there you can see some of the planes there. That's where the aliens are going to be landing there. I know Mike has landed into the server, and I think we might get a returning alien of Justin Nasseir joining into the server. Fan favorite of many. He was Jeff Nasseir, the uncle of Justin Nasseir and myself, and he is the big brother of Danny Nasseir and Lance Nasseir. We also have one of our members, Timothy Hugh. He was the son of Nasseir. So we see a bit of racing going on here. Coming down to turn 1. A lot of them keeping it fairly clean. We do have one of our newest members, Seth. His first race out here. Very excited to see what Seth can do. Putting a lot of practice with the IndyCars, so that'll really be a proper debut, but this is going to be a very good race out here nonetheless. I think we do have word that Khalil Rickford might be joining as well. I do see him in the Discord voice chat, so not too sure if he's going to be coming out here racing or just supporting in the chat. That'll really be a but very interesting to see if we can get him. Actually, I think he's joining in. Yeah, there he is, the local Guyanese who did take the Radical Caribbean Cup in dominant fashion. This is going to be a very good race. Ladies and gentlemen, you guys are going to be in for a very good race out here at South Dakota Circuit. Khalil Rickford, the champion, and basically I've been dominating. Ooh, was a spin from Seth there. Khalil really dominating the virtual world here at South Dakota. This is his home, his backyard here. As well as one of the aliens. We just have 3 aliens on track now. Well, 2. We should be seeing 3 aliens coming up very soon. We hear Khalil now. He said he's driving with a controller. But don't let that be a little excuse. I know Khalil is a very, very quick driver. No matter what you put him on, a pad or a steering wheel, he's going to be very quick. So keep an eye out on him. This should be a very fun race. We have 10 minutes left to go on the board before we start official qualifying. It'll be a 15-minute qualifying session heading into 2 10-lap races. No reverse grid for this evening. It's going to be the grid that'll be set from race 1. The finishing positions will set for race 2. Apologies if I do sound a little off today. I am a little bit sick. But not to worry. Ivan Reno putting in the fastest second sector. On track there, still keeps the fastest time of a 38.1. And Nasseir just pulling over to the side there. Let's see who else we have on track. I do see Khalil, so let's actually go on board with him, give him a little bit of pressure onto the stream. Let's see what he's doing out here on the pad here. So, of course, assetto corsa doesn't require you to be on a steering wheel. We do allow drivers to be on a controller. And I do know the very few drivers that come across us have raced with a keyboard. Yeah, you heard that right. So there's not really any excuse to not be able to join up on here. There's a lot of guys racing with controllers, steering wheels, keyboards, almost anything out here. Haven't seen anyone race with a joystick, a little arcade stick, but you never know. As we see Khalil a little bit twitchy onto the gooseneck. Still looking pretty strong out there. So definitely a contender to watch out here at South Dakota as he puts his time into the 39s. We will be joined into the Discord voice chat in just a moment to speak with the drivers getting ready for this event. Ooh, as Ivan tags the back of the Villa Parks there. A little friendly accident there. I guess no hard feelings for any of them. It says practice after all, so the driver's still getting used to the car as we see. I think there was Khalil just running off there. The RX-7 is pretty difficult to get under. Very smooth in the inputs, and I think that is what Ivan is doing. We're staying on board with him now. Let's watch the steering inputs there. You see smooth, slow, and steady going through there as Mike puts in a time of a 39.8. Ivan looking like the only driver who's basically got the car under his belt. A little bit twitchy there into the gooseneck, and now coming out of it there. So we do have 7 minutes left to go into the session. Let's take a closer look at the livery here. So this is it right here. A little bit blurry. Let's just try to fix that there. This is the car here. Here we see the rotary logo up there on the hood. Rotary name at the bottom there. A blue stripe through this car here. And on the side you have the Canadian Maple Leaf, as well as you see on there Jeff Nasseir and his driver number 72. A lovely design here. The only thing I wouldn't say is accurate right now is the rims. He does have some racing rims, not stock. Beautiful livery here, and of course all the drivers are running the exact same car. We would like to look into getting his Ford Escort also in assetto corsa. All work in progress. You see Sean Lee just joining into the server now. I think he's coming out. I know the Rotaries is his favorite, owning one in real life, so this should be at home for him. Lance Nasseir also into the server there. Back out onto the main straight here. So you see Mike passing our screens there as he's improving his time a lot. So watching up here from the bird's eye view, the drone camera as you see. Martin Webster now hopping into the server. Happy to see him join us here. Ooh, just falling off of the curb there is Mike. Really just chucking the car around, but you can't chuck it too hard or else you will lose it. Going for a little spin. Ooh, looks like pit exit looking a little bit busy out there. Nasseir just getting out the way from Mike. He's going to come across Sector 1. Sector 1 is going to be 6/10 just off of Ivan's time. Going into the gooseneck, now looking very good. And in fact, is 2/10 quicker in the second sector. Now about to come across the line. And it's going to be a 38.960. Now the second driver to enter. Sorry, actually already was in the 38s. We are 3 minutes away from racing action. Don't go away. Grab yourself something to drink and a little snack because this is going to be a very, very entertaining race to watch here. As we take a look at the gooseneck from afar. Mike very quick in the gooseneck around here. So keep an eye out there. Let's check out the overtaking zones that you can expect from this race. Entering the gooseneck, that's going to be a great play. A great place to chuck the car in, going side by side. We have seen it many, many times here, as we see both Ivan and I think Seth just losing it there. But just the entrance to the gooseneck is going to be a very good place to launch a dive bomb as well. We have seen many times moves being done on the straight here with enough slipstream. A lot of overtaking zones going into the back straight. We have seen if you can get a good exit out of turn 1, you can get a good launch out of here. And of course, turn 1 is probably the famous overtaking zone we've seen. Dive bombs time and time again for overtakes. We see Lance's here just losing out there. Check out Nasseir, who's just getting out of the pits there. But let's join into the Discord to talk to the guys.
You gotta get your act together, bro. This is so much fun to drive.
Holy crap, Bondorn got this thing sliding all over.
I know. It's alright.
Like he's up on a skating rink behind me there.
Mic check.
Yeah.
Oh, is that Raul? No.
Yeah, it's me.
Yep. You racing?
No, streaming it, commentating.
Oh, you commentating? Okay, I thought you would have put the automatic commentator on. Nah,
Oh, you gotta talk about the guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, do the commentary and
Just keep in mind you guys are live on stream.
oh,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, it's alright. Hey, it's a big brother. So. Oh, I see the web just join in.
Oh, sorry.
The 2-lap specialist, Mr. Webster.
Come on.
So just helping out the guys in here who are getting into the server as well. We do have 10 drivers in currently. But as practice comes to an end now, the checkered flag is now waving. So just taking a look at the front straight here. See Martin Nasseir just passing our screens there. Danny Nasseir, Ivan as well, Mike Van Doren, all put in their final lap times. And they receive 3 RX-7s coming up. Sorry, RX-7s, the FC to be specific there. All passing their screens there. But that is practice, so it's Ivan Marino topping the boards with a 38-1, followed by Mike Van Doren with a 38-2. Khalil Rickford, 39-2.
This should be fun.
That's your top 3.
Sorry, what's the format, guys? I never read it.
So it's
I think we do it fit.
so we're doing two
Uh-huh.
10-lap races. I wasn't able to get the server changed to 15. So it's going to be 2 10-lap races, and the second race is not going to be a reverse grid, but the grid order is going to be decided from the finishing positions from race 1.
Okay.
So-
Why you couldn't get 15 laps?
Just not too sure about how many people were able to hop in.
We got a big field here, buddy. Give me 15.
Can you change it?
You guys want me to?
We can hop out and you guys hop back in. Yeah.
All right.
This is only a 30-second lap.
How many guys again?
It's only a 30-second lap, so a 15-lap race is gonna be like 8 minutes. That's it.
That's what I said earlier, right?
Yeah, we got about
10 minutes race. And you're
All right. Well, we got
Yeah,
only,
so-
we got only like 10 drivers here tonight, so that's what I was just saying.
No, 15 laps is good, man. Do the 15 laps.
All right.
Give people some time to catch the draft.
In the meantime, you guys can look at the. All right, so make sure you guys are leaving the server now.
Oh, we got to exit and come back in?
Yeah, you gotta restart it.
Okay. Hey. No problem. Not a problem. The garbage is in the garbage. Well, we put it out. Justin said it's.
What's that, Judge? Justin? What?
With your smile, now the sunshine brings the light. Fill me out with a flame. I will let you in this game. Take me out when I'm down. 'Cause with you I'm safe
All
and
right, you guys are good to join now.
safe and sound, safe and sound, safe and sound, safe and sound.
All right.
I see Isaac and a couple of those other guys. They were gonna join.
Remember, it is late for them, so. Yeah, so some of the guys are saying they're a bit too tired to join in, which is understandable.
I mean, the race starts at midnight, and most people work on Fridays, so
Yeah,
it's understandable.
that's all
That's a
right.
short one, though.
Yeah. All right, so server is
Appreciate
up.
you guys joining in.
I'm surprised that I'm able to keep myself awake, to be honest.
You're a true racer, that's why. You got gasoline in your veins, not blood.
All right, qualifying will start in about a minute, so make sure you guys are hopping into the server now. The only thing
I
I'll
haven't
say
said to you
is
yet.
the setup is fixed. The only thing that's not fixed is the turbo, but you guys can put that straight to 100 if you have not already. So put the turbo up to 100 since the damage is off, so it won't ruin the engine or anything like that. And yeah, you're only really using second and third gear at most.
If you go into first gear, you're probably gonna die.
Oh yeah, if you shift the first gear, the car might just blow up, even with the damage off. But yeah, we understand this is a little late for some of you guys around the world, but just want to say thank you for coming in this Friday evening. And of course, tomorrow we go back to the 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, so an hour earlier is when we would do the races normally.
I mean, I only have to get out of bed at like 12 a.m. anyway, so I have plenty of time.
Alright, yeah, qualifying has begun. Good luck. With that, let's begin this qualifying session. Drivers exiting out the pits to begin this one here. We're gonna sit on the front straight here and watch the drivers come up to turn 1. There you see the line of the RX-7s here around South Dakota circuit. It really is beautiful to watch. Nasseir's livery going around South Dakota. It's a long time in the making, but it's finally happening here. Taking a little watch at the front straight as all the guys are already coming into the gooseneck section to put in their best times. We do have to wait 2 laps before we could see the times go by, as I think a plane just flew over us, I think. I'm not too sure. Yep, there it is. Just across our screen over there. Very detailed mod. And I do want to shout out Grant for allowing us to use his rendition of South Dakota circuit here in Assetto Corsa. Without further ado, qualifying underway here. The time should be starting to stack up. The man on pole, Ivan Mourinho. Be able to see the times in just a moment on the left side of your screen. As you can hear the spitfire coming from these RX-7s. There, the times are starting to stack in. So a 38.7 from Ivan. Khalil now crossing the line with a 39.5. Martin Webster coming across. We don't see his time just yet. Who is this now? DeVille Parks now crossing the line. There we can see some more times as the drivers come across the start-finish straight. So, now in car with Khalil Rickford here. As we do see the final alien, I believe, to join us here, Justin Nasseir, fan favorite of many. In car, basically feeling like a passenger here, as we're actually using the drone camera inside the car. The car basically tipping over from us here. Now coming up to the gooseneck now. Apexes are looking very good from Khalil. Even though he's on a controller, he's running pretty quick out here. Let's exit out here. Let's not give him too much weight in the car, as he's going to come across the line now. No improvements to his time just yet. It's a 40 0.034. Who else do we have? We have Ivan Marino, who's now down into second, as Mike Van Doren is now up into P1. It's a 37.9 from him. And he's also improved a lot in the second sector, but not enough in the first sector. In fact, has he going quicker? A 38.0. Actually, no, he is not. 38.0 from him, though, running pretty consistently fast. As he does have a bit of traffic in his way. Could help him in the long run with some slipstream. Let me know what the audio levels are in the chat. If they do sound good. As you can see how quick Mike catches up to DeVille Parks. Almost going side by side out the gooseneck now. Mike just carrying a lot more speed. DeVille looking like he's just lifting off. As they go 1 and 2 down to the front straight. It's a 37.920 now from him. It's a personal best. Extending that lead up there.
Oh.
Let's find out Justin Nasseir and what he can do.
I did a wheelie.
Justin Nasseir, fastest in the first sector. Going through the gooseneck now. Oh, he's going to lose it. And that's going to be his time completely gone. Oh my goodness. That is a very bad crash for Justin as we find him 2 wheels in the air. Very bad crash from him. But luckily the mechanics are able to repair his car in record time and he's already out on track. Ivan as well coming out on track. Sean Lee, we haven't looked at him much, but he is in 38 to 38.911. Looking very good. On board with him now. The drivers really have to adapt to the car very quick. It's Danny Nasseir puts at the time of a 39.5. Sean Lee now with that set Lee. Here, coming up to turn 1 here. Not the best of lines for Seth as he's going to run wide and off the track. Hopefully enters back safely. A driver does have to jump out the way. That does look like Justin Nasseir. That is going to hamper his time just a little. Let's see the cameras we have for each car. We have a hood camera up here. We have a wheel camera there. An interior camera, which looks like it's just falling a little bit down. A nice rear camera back there looking out the back window. Show some different angles here. As we see Justin Nasseir with a 38.320. Sean Lee runs off track there. And if you didn't notice, Justin Nasseir had to run out the way off his line. For the slowing Seth Lee, and now Justin Nasseir 2/10 quicker. This is your fight for pole position as he's just gonna lose out. It's gonna be Mike versus Justin for pole here at South Dakota. I wonder how Khalil is doing back here. He is on the controller. 6/10 off of the first sector. 10 of you guys watching the stream, thank you guys so much for tuning in. It's awesome to have you guys join us. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and hit that like button as well. If you guys want to stay up to date with everything Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club, go ahead, follow us on Facebook and Instagram as well as TikTok, all in the description down below. And if you are a racer yourself, go ahead and join us on our official Discord, also in the description with our social links. It'll take you to our official Discord, our communication source. We can get you guys signed up for all events every Saturday, occasionally Sundays and Fridays, but majority of all our events are Saturdays. Tomorrow we do have the Indy Cars at Michigan. Don't miss out if you're a viewer, and if you're a racer yourself, that might be one you could be interested in. Khalil now rounding out the final corner, has Danny Nasseir ahead of him. Might get a bit of a toe on this front straight. Not any time to write home about. Check it out, Mike, he's 2/10 quicker in the first sector. And Justin Nasseir goes faster. It's a 37.8 from Justin Nasseir. Mike, however, is going pretty quick. It looks like our timing board might have been a little bit glitchy down there, but He's 2/10 quicker in the middle. Oh boy, let's see what he does here. And Mike is gonna take that fastest time. It's a 37.2 from Mike. Justin is going quicker, but he has Seth in the way. Oh, and he was going quicker. But of course, everyone is on a fast lap themselves. They don't have to yield unless they themselves is in fact on a flyer or not. Ah, man. Disappointing for Justin. That was a fast one, but can he keep the momentum up? Let's see what he does in the first sector. It's nothing to write home about, but it is very close to Mike's first sector. Sector 2 now. Looks like Justin has got the car under his belt now. A little bit twitchy, however. Oh, I do say that commentator's curse has got him. I apologize, Justin, for that. Looking back through the field now, we have Ivan, who's still in P3. Has a feisty Martin Webster, the X-Play driver, ahead of him. Doesn't look like Ivan is able to improve that 38.3 and get into the 37s. That might be the cutoff there. Sean Lee now is he's just getting out the way for Seth. Seth still figuring out this car here. That's, ooh, bit of an incident there. Just make sure if you are on an outlap or if you do make a mistake to do your best to get out the way of any drivers who are coming up. So race director just stepping in and letting the drivers know, as Seth is just not having a good time with this car. Mike has improved in the second sector, but nothing to write home about in the first. We're keeping an eye on Mike for this lap here. We're going to see what he does in the first sector. If there's anything we can continue watching him for. Always going wide out there, losing a bit of time. He is improving, however. It's a very even lap to what he had done previously for his fastest. And you see another plane just crossing our screen there. Nothing quick at all. Now let's watch Justin Nasseir. On exit, just sliding the rear end there. And losing 2/10 because of it. You really got to be smooth with these cars. It's very easy to get out of shape. As we see Justin now just essentially drifting the car around the final turn. Now coming across the line with 3 minutes left to go. Justin does not see any improvement yet. We're going to see a last lap of dreams come from Justin. Ooh, we see ahead a couple incidents. Dana Nasseir on the wall. Here we see Hello Rickford. Putting a time on 40.6. He is on a controller, so I will give him that small excuse, but I know he's very fast regardless. Knows the lines around South Dakota circuit and has basically dominated here anytime we go out. And he's involved. He's always the favorite to win it. DeVille Parks finds himself in the wall there, trying to find the safest place to get back out on track. Looks like I might just have to pull that car straight into the pits. Martin Webster watching now. Another Guyanese here at his home turf. Coming across the line, no improvements at all to 39.4 for him. Oh, and he's going to lose it as well. A lot of drivers losing the car. Pushing a little too hard. This car does require you to be very smooth on inputs. Could we see some drama, some late spins? They might just backing off. Lots of traffic around here. Let's take it to the drone cameras. We have a minute, 20 seconds left. Check this out. All the Mazdas All running free there on the drag strip. Going into the gooseneck there. A lot of drivers going wide, just allowing each other to get some space. We have 1 minute to go. We're going to prop ourselves right next to this cameraman up here. Watch the times go out one last time. Check out who this is up here. That is Mike now coming in for his final time, possibly. Let's check it out. Mike now on his final flyer, it should be. See a driver into the... Whoa, they're reversing! Who is that? And that, I think that might have hampered Mike's time there. Oh no, not good for the Dutchman. Has that given an opportunity for Justin Nasseir? Oh no, it has not! He has Martin Webster facing the wrong direction! Qualifying now complete. I don't think any of the top 2 drivers are going to find any sort of improvement. Justin Nasseir, actually, I might take that back. If he can improve in this gooseneck here, this could be pole. But wow, drama coming at the end. 2 of the fastest drivers being hampered from cars left, right, and center. Goes through the gooseneck. It's pretty even. Justin Nasseir ready to come across the line. How close is this going to be? Oh, it's so close. It's a 37-4. But both drivers running into issues coming to the very end of that one. We're staying onto the front straight now. So we see a couple of the drivers coming across the line. Who is this? It is Seth Lee coming across. Not the best qualifying.
Wicked two-step, what?
To be debuting in. Any improvements, we're waiting for them. It looks like that might be the qualifying complete. A lot of drivers entering the pits now. Yes, it is. All right, fantastic qualifying there. Congratulations, your top 3. Mike Van Dorn, Justin Nasseir, and Ivan Marino. I know in that qualifying session, I did see a lot of drivers getting a little bit loose, having some crashes, but the one thing you guys have to be watching out for is when you're rejoining onto the track. I know I did see sometimes getting invalid because of drivers getting back onto the racing surface when others are on a flyer. So keep that in mind for the race. If you do have an incident yourself, you need to watch where everyone is coming back onto the racing surface.
I got lucky to keep pole there. Jeez.
But we have 38 seconds before we get the drivers onto the grid. 30 seconds before you guys onto the grid. Just keep that in mind. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to get this race underway. 2 15-lap races as demanded from the drivers here. We're going to line up and watch them on the grid. This should be a good one. The Jeff Nasseir Memorial Race is next. Welcome everyone to the beautiful South Dakota circuit. I am your host, Rahul Nasseir from Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club, bringing you a special event. This is the Jeffrey Nasseir Memorial event, where we are paying tribute to family, a friend, and all in all, an inspiration to others. We are here at South Dakota Circuit. Thank you to Hall Grant for allowing us to use his circuit here. As we see, the RX-7s are lined up. This is not any ordinary Mazda RX-7. This is the Jeff Nasseir Special. There you see a delivery here. As all the cars are lined up, revving the engines hard. Let's take a look at the grid. On pole, it is Mike Van Doren, followed by Justin Nasseir, Ivan Marino, Sean Lee, Khalil Rickford, Martin Webster, Danny Nasseir, DeVille Hart, Lance Nasseir, Seth Lee to round out your grid. All right, 20 seconds left. Good luck, everyone. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's sound it off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lights, and we go racing! There they go! Coming up to turn 1 now. This is going to be interesting. Justin Nasseir and Mike side by side. Justin takes the lead from it. They all look clean. Sean Lee, Martin Webster side by side. Ivan looking like to tuck into 3rd position. More side by side action as we see Danny Nasseir, DeVille Parks. They all look good. Now coming up to the gooseneck now. It is Justin Nasseir versus Mike Van Doren. Mike having a way better run than Justin Nasseir. Mike having to back out there. And already coming to the end of lap 1. Justin leads. And now Mike looking onto the inside of turn 1. Justin goes a little bit wide and gives the position to Mike. More positions being made in the background. But this is your battle for the lead. It's Justin versus Mike. What a start we have to this event here. Yellow flags coming up for Martin Webster, who finds himself facing the wrong direction on the circuit. But now Justin has a lot of work cut up for him. He wasn't able to take pole position. He's going to have a good fight. It looks like Mike is already leaving him in the dust. It's a 37.9 for him there. Seth Lee looks like he's entering the pits. No, it's not. Lance is here coming across their screens there. But it is Mike, the Dutchman, leading them off, followed by Justin Nasseir. And Ivan Marino. It is the Netherlands, a Canadian, and an Argentine. Your top 3, Sean Lee. The American with Guyanese roots, followed by Khalil Rickford, a man who we thought was going to dominate this race. He's been dominating South Dakota virtually every time we've seen him. He's down into P5, looks like. We have a couple drivers going slow. Seth having a bit of an incident there in the back. There you see Mike getting a little bit uneasy with the car there on the curb. And looks like Justin is going to have Ivan for company in just a moment. The gap is 1.5. And what a race this is going to be. We have another race coming up shortly. Don't go away. Khalil putting in his personal best, I do see. And there we see Mike already catching up to blue flag conditions. As Seth losing the back end. Gets back on track. And let's go of the top 3 drivers just getting out the way. But Mike doing a very good job of leading this one. I heard a bit of lockup. Mike going off track just a little bit, earning himself a cut track. 4 more cut tracks, and he can find himself doing a drive-through penalty. It's something he does not need right now. Martin Webster looks like he's putting that car into the pits, possibly retiring this one from race 1. He still has another race to get up on, so I don't think this will be the last one we'll be seeing from him. Justin Nasseir already falling back. Now it's 3 seconds the gap. He does see Mike ahead of him. But Mike doing a very good job of increasing that pace at 37.5 from Justin. That's his personal best in this one. Justin actually going wide. Wide again now. Is he going to earn himself a second cut track? I don't think he will. I think the stewards are going to be very lenient. Rule per tab, this is race 1. Race 2 is going to be another 15-lap race. It's not going to be any reverse grid, so you are free to join into the session. It's going to be another 15-lap race. Justin is here, falling down. Timing order, Sean Lee and Ivan. Ooh, Ivan losing the back end just a little bit. It's going to give a lot of confidence in Sean Lee now.
Get in lap. Move out of the way.
And Seth is getting the blue flag warning from Danny Nasseir. He is a lapped car, and in the race, you must be yielding to the guys who are on the current lap. Justin Nasseir faster than Mike. It's a 37.5 from him. And Mike, I think, just 0.2 off. Justin is pushing. Doesn't have much time. Oh, he might have pushed a little bit too much. Oh, and he's going to lose out. We do have some on-track battles, looks like. Or is this lap traffic? Never mind, it is lap traffic. A lot of the guys are separated now.
Thank you, Lance.
Nasseir just getting out the way for Mike. Is Justin Nasseir going to get the same treatment? Maybe not just yet. Same car rule, same car. So the server is set to 2 races. As we see Justin Nasseir, he is pushing really hard here at South Dakota. But only 6 to go. And Mike has a very good lead to take home this first race. And we are hearing from the media pen, Martin Webster actually had to retire. He did have some customers come in. He does own a game shop here in Guyana. If you do notice the scrolling text at the bottom, you will see where you can find all that if you're a local in Guyana yourself. Justin Nasseir, 37.5, another personal best for him. And he's coming up fast. It's 4 seconds the gap with 5 to go. If anything, Justin's going to have to hope for some lap traffic to get in the way of Mike. If he wants to take this victory. DeVille putting in his personal best at 39.3. Very good time from him. Mike, little bit of lockup, running off the track almost. Personal best again, and actually the fastest lap at the 37.291 for Justin. He's tuning up the band, but that might be a little too short. Ooh, DeVille. We were just talking about him, finds himself facing the wrong direction. Mike, I think, has Danny Nasseir for company. Yes, he does. Mike Van Doren flying through South Dakota. Don't think it's his first rodeo around here at all. As he did race here in the Classic Series and the Radical Caribbean Cup, if I'm not mistaken.
Thank you, Lance.
On the front straight, Mike.
Lance Nasseir just getting out the way for Sean Lee. Danny Nasseir letting Mike know he's getting out the way on the front straight. Justin Nasseir still 4 seconds down after a couple mistakes from him. I think he's going to have to settle for P2 as Mike now has 2 laps to go. Anything still can happen. And I know Justin Nasseir is not going to let his guard up. Justin, he sees him in his sights. But he's still learning about the car. It is very tricky to get under. He's pushing a lot now. Feeling a lot more confident than the last couple of laps, especially through the gooseneck here. But now, ooh, interesting here. It looks like Sean Lee is now capitalizing on a mistake that Ivan has possibly done. Yeah, it looks like Ivan running third all race finds himself down to P4. But all the drivers coming around the last couple of corners, and one of them is your race leader, Mike Van Doren, who's getting a little bit happy on the curbs there, almost losing it completely. But your race 1 for this Jeffrey Nasseir Memorial event is going to go to Mike Van Doren. He wins it at South Dakota Circuit. Justin Nasseir is going to have to settle for a second position. Sean Lee now, I don't think he saw himself coming up into P3 here, but after a mistake from Ivan, it's going to cost him. But Sean Lee is going to be on the front row for race number 2. Good one from him. Sean Lee finishes in P3. Ivan is going to have to settle for P4. Probably kicking himself from that mistake there. Khalil Rickford finishing in the top 5. Danny Nasseir has actually already completed the race there. And that is everyone coming across the line. Awesome racing, guys. If you can, just make sure you guys are driving straight into the pits. Race 2 will start shortly.
What's the password for the server?
All uppercase CMRIC.
Thank you.
Roll for Dub.
Yep. Hello.
It's over there.
Welcome.
It's a good race, bro.
Yeah, wonderful race to watch from above. Just want to talk to your top 3 now. Starting off, Sean Lee. You find yourself into P3. How was that race for you?
Man, that was a lot of fun. Just popped in, never drove this car before, and I don't even know what to say. A lot of fun.
A lot of fun indeed. Yeah, not much to talk about there. That sounded like a good race for me. Were you surprised to find yourself up into P3 with the final laps?
Yeah, definitely. I was like, when I saw Khaled behind me, I was like, Khaled is always quick. But then I realized I was putting some time on it. Then I remember during the week he was complaining about his brakes, and so he must have some issues. But all in all, I'm happy with it,
Indeed. Yeah, congratulations on that P3, and I think you find yourself on the front row for race number 2.
You.
In second position, we have Justin Nasseir here. Justin, not the best of races there to find yourself into P2, but how was that one nonetheless?
Yeah, I didn't drive great. First time driving the car, but, didn't drive great. I figured out how to shift like 12 laps into the race, so that was good. Probably will help in the next race. Drove like a bot. Basically crashed like every other lap, and yeah, wasn't the greatest driving.
You were finding yourself on pace towards the end of it, though, and you did post the fastest lap of that one as well.
Yeah, I figured it out towards the end. I figured out where I was losing a lot of time, and hopefully, second race, I can actually apply what I learned and, actually, do a lot better.
Well, good luck in that race, too.
Thank you.
Finally, your race winner for race number 1, Mike Van Doren. You had everything under control there, and you were flying out there. How was that one?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, again, I want to give my condolences to the Nasseir family. Of course, it's very difficult to deal with a loss like that. Respect to all of you for coming out tonight and racing. Really respect all of you. But yeah, it was a pretty good race, I think. Did everything I had to do. I should have probably kept the lead into turn 1, but I missed my shift into second, so I lost the lead because of that, but I got it back just a lap later. After that, yeah, just controlled the race, consistent pace, just doing 37.5s all race long, and then stole that fastest lap back at the last lap as well. So yeah, it was a good race. Hopefully a good battle with Justin for the second race.
Indeed, we can't wait to watch it. Congratulations on that race 1, and good luck coming up now. For anyone joining into the server right now, and that it'll be your first race, it is a fixed setup. The only thing that's not fixed is the turbo, but go ahead and crank that up to 100%. Don't worry about the engine blowing up or anything like that, because all fuel, tires, and damage is all turned off. And you guys should be on the grid now. All right, with the drivers now set onto the grid, it's gonna be very interesting to see how this race is gonna play out. All the drivers have now had experience with racing around here. If you guys can, at the 1 minute mark, can you just go full throttle on the gas there? Just at the 1 minute mark for 10 seconds. But the drivers getting ready now. They've already got experience in the first race. But now comes up race 2. Thank you. All the drivers paying their tribute, all their respects in the car that we wished we would have seen Jeff Nasseir run through here at South Dakota Circuit. This race is going to seal that all together. Here we go, 20 seconds left. This is it, race 2 of 2. Make your predictions early on now. Who's going to take this one? But here come the lights. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lights. And we go racing! Coming up to turn 1 now. Ooh, there's contact between Ivan and Justin. Sean Lee is going to take the inside. He's going to take 2 and 1 in positions now. That is not the start Justin's going to want here. Coming up to the drag strip now, the back straight. Justin pulls into the inside now, coming up to the gooseneck. Justin is going to launch it down the inside. Sean Lee is going to give him the space. What a rocket start from Sean Lee. But now all the drivers follow suit here. Do we have any incidents? Doesn't look like it. But now the gap is already set. Mike is out of there. There you see all the positions now running through in the back. A couple position changes here and there. Sean Lee, no! Finds himself into the wall. Oh no! From running in P3, finds himself down into last position. Mike now, he leads this one. Justin is on his tail and he cannot make any mistakes. Huge drama. The beginning here, and roll Broadbent as well. Justin Nasseir putting in the fastest time. Now it's a 37.7. But here it is. This is going to be a huge battle here. We also have a battle for third in the background. It is Ivan versus DeVille versus Danny versus Khalil. Oh, and I say that, DeVille running off the worst part of the track. Seth Lee running off as well, giving position to Rule Pratab. But now the gap is now under a second. Justin is hustling that RX-7. And Justin putting in another fastest up. It's a 37.4. Justin has the car down. It looks like Mike is very quick in the gooseneck. I will say that. I heard a little bit of tire screech. Mike goes off the track. Looking back down the order, looks like Danny Nasseir and Khalil looks like they're about to start their battle in just a few moments. Ooh, Justin now. He's losing a lot on the gooseneck there. Mike has it nailed perfectly. As Mike now puts in a 37.2, takes the fastest lap back from Justin Nasseir. It's lap 5 of 15. 10 to go. almost identical times for both Khalil and Danny. Ivan running himself in P3 once again. Coming into the gooseneck now. Doesn't look the cleanest from Mike. Justin's gonna be claiming a bit of time. Definitely has. Let's take a look at the times now. 37.6 for Mike, 37.4 for Justin. 2/10 quicker now. Ooh, sliding the rear end is Mike. Seth exiting the pits now. Ooh, is it gonna ruin Justin's apex? It just about will. And Justin is now resorting to the outside of the track there. Seth just having nowhere to go. Ah, and Justin is gonna have to work back that time now, as he had just gained from a costly mistake. Mike is doing it once again. Running off the track is Mike. Justin is still in it. It is not over yet. Both drivers putting in their worst times of this race. Danny Nasseir, an issue for him. No, on the gooseneck. He has lost out. Now looking at our drone camera here, watching this battle from up above. There you see Mike going a little bit wide. Justin using a lot more curb. And slow and steady going through there, but he has lost a bit of time. Sean Lee putting in his best time, his personal best in this race now. And looks like Mike has some company ahead of him in Sean Lee, who is going to get out the way, coming into the gooseneck now. Justin Nasseir up next to take this position up here. Now Sean, because of a blue flag, must get out the way. I do see another driver. It's Danny Nasseir. And both drivers now going through. Justin, however, claiming 3/10 off of Mike. And this race already going by very, very quick. Coming to the latter stages here is Mike once again going off the track. Closest battle we have on track, it looks to be. Actually, we take a look at Pratap and DeVille. Actually, no, that gap does look a little too far away. We head back to the battle up here. There you see, Lance is here having to get out the way for Mike. Mike actually having to maneuver his way out from Lance Nasseir, and that has helped Justin claim a little bit more time. It's under a second now. There's still hope for Justin Nasseir. If he can close this gap down, Mike looking a little bit scruffy. Is he going to touch the exit curb? No, he won't. 8/10 now the difference. What are the times going to be here? 37.7 against a 37.3. Justin now 7/10 behind. Justin is pushing. 5 to go. Oh, it's going to be a very close one to the very end. No mistakes can be made from any of these two drivers. Mike now has to think about defense. There we see in the foreground, I think another driver that might be Rahul Pratap. Rahul Pratap, you have the leaders coming up.
Roger.
And now Mike having to try to break the slipstream. Rahul Pratap just being reminded by race director that the leaders are coming up fast. And Justin is now all over the tail of Mike Van Doren. Can Justin do it? Can he do it for his uncle? Oh, Mike runs off once again. And Mike is flashing his headlights on Rahul Pratap. And Rahul is going to get out the way pretty safely there. Seth, do you have the leaders coming up? Make sure you're getting out the way as soon as possible for him. And 9/10 now separating the two drivers.
Why
Justin.
do I have a drive-through penalty?
You have a drive-through penalty?
Do I or do I not? I don't know if I do.
I'll check.
You're driving too fast, John.
Alright, I need to turn that.
Can you not park on the fucking apexes?
If you get disqualified at the end, don't worry about it, because I think that might be the server glitching out, but it should be fine. Just keep racing to the end.
Yeah.
Justin getting very frustrated at lap traffic. Very, very upset with 2 laps to go.
I still have pit lane penalty activated, but that's not on the server, so it's fine.
Right. DeVille getting out the way. And now he's going to be in the way of Justin Nasseir. He's just going to slot himself right through. And I think Justin is just going to lose out of this battle. Not very happy he is. But the final lap now for Mike. Ooh, he just goes a little bit off track there. He's getting 3 out of 5 cut tracks. Oh, very slidey there. Danny gets out the way. But in the closing stages now of this Jeffrey Nasseir Memorial event, Justin's not going to be able to get Mike at the very end here. Frustrations for Justin, delight for Mike, as he's gonna come across the line and he's gonna win it at South Dakota once again. Justin is gonna have to finish second. And there we see Ivan coming around the final corner here, following Seth.
Race, Justin.
Going on the front straight
Yeah,
here.
good race. Nothing you did wrong. Just the lap traffic was just god awful. Like they just parked on the. I got parked on the apex of 1 like 3 separate times with a car on the inside for no reason.
There you hear Justin.
And then I had to shoot it up 1 lap into the gooseneck, up the inside. I just got 0 respect from the lap cars.
Yeah, it's frustrating.
Yeah, I mean, they pull over to the side and then they're like, all right, I'm just gonna fucking ride into the corner on the inside of second place.
Don't swear, Josh. We're on live stream.
But a bit of a
I don't
shame
particularly
for
care.
Justin
Oh, come on.
at the end there.
It's me. You think he's unmuted yet?
All right, well, that was an interesting race. Yeah, the blue flags did get in the way at the very end there, but let's go ahead and talk to your top 3 drivers, starting with Ivan. You now find yourself up into P3 now. No mistakes as much.
Finally.
How was that one?
This was a really fun race. I got spun on the first corner in the first race, so this time I said, let's take it easy, first corner. So that's what I tried to do. No mistakes. And I know I had a comfortable pace, not the best, but careful to one, so I tried to keep it constant.
Still a very good race from there on out. Congratulations, that was a good one.
Thank you.
And now coming into P2, the blue flags just didn't work out in your favor at the end there, but we saw you closing in. Justin, that was a very good race from you, climbing back up. How was that one?
Yeah, not very happy. I got hit in turn 1 for no reason. And then there was like 3 separate instances that lap cars were like, all right, I'm just going to park on the apex of a corner. So, yeah. I mean, I never even got a chance to race. I got to 6/10 back, and then the lap cars decided we're going to remove our brain and stop racing with like any type of brain and park on the apex of every corner and then race me. And then it's just, oh my God, I need to figure it out. Like learn some racecraft, like Jesus Christ.
Yeah, a little bit.
Like if you're gonna let the leader go, you're gonna let the car directly behind go also. If you're gonna literally stop.
Yeah, race control was trying to get a hold of that, trying to help you guys out with that racing there. But yeah, I think you guys just caught up sometimes where, you know, lap traffic was not able to let you guys go when you guys were right behind each other. But all in all, I will say that was a very good race from you, catching up to Mike coming at the end of that.
Yeah, I mean, I had way more pace. Like I could never get like the clean lap. Like I couldn't even get a clean lap at the end. Cause like I'd catch a lap car. I had to shoot it up one lap like the inside of like a completely nothing into the gooseneck just to like keep my speed up because the car in front of me was so slow. Like I don't know what else I could do. I tried to like be nice and whatever, but like I'm tired of getting raced like crap by the lap cars. All right, like pick it up. Figure if you're gonna be slow and you're gonna let people by and stop, do not stop on the racing line of a corner. Get it done on the straightaway. Like it's just annoying because like these cars are. It's not like these cars have like a lot of motor where it's just like you can just like motor out of the corner. It's all momentum. So like you kill me with my momentum, I lose my momentum for like 3 separate corners, and it kills me like a second and a half. And plus the second and a half I lost in the corner going around the outside of you. So that's 3 seconds right there. So, yeah.
Yeah, blue flags are just not it today. And yeah, we're going to have to look into that at the end of this race. But all in all, we look on the bright side now. Another P2 for you. That's still a very good race for you. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
And in first position, we have Mike Van Dorn. Once again, you're taking home the top spot. How was that one?
Yeah, I mean, it was all right. I made quite a few mistakes there, so not great consistency for me in the second race. Yeah, I mean, I got pretty lucky myself with the lap traffic, but of course, sadly, Justin didn't. But yeah, I mean, it is just something that has to be looked at, of course, and hopefully it does improve in the coming races. But yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely something that we are going to have to look into. It was a bit of a shame because you and Justin were definitely ramping up to be a photo finish race to the very end there. But yeah, a little shame for the race coming at the end there, but at the end of the day, you still find yourself with 2 race wins from that one.
Yep.
Indeed. Congratulations. That was a good one from you.
Yep, thank you.
Yeah, and thank you guys, everyone, once again for joining us this Friday evening. We know it was pretty short notice for you guys here, but we thank you guys so much, and hopefully we can brush this past us and look towards tomorrow for IndyCar. I'll let the stage open. I think if anyone wants to say anything extra before we close off the stream here.
I just want to say thank you to all the guys who showed up here today in memory of my brother. And we put on a good show. I mean, we had our glitches and problems, whatever. But it's nice to see his car running around South again. And thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys. All week, all the condolences and everything that was coming in, we do appreciate it on the Discord here. Again, as Lance said there, Jeff, this was his track, veteran driver on this track. On the Discord, you guys saw me put up some cars on there. So I think he started out there with a guy sprint. That was in the 70s. Then took off from Gran and he did some Vauxhall racing in Wallerfield in Trinidad. Unfortunately, I didn't have some photos of that to post. But then back in Ghana in the
90s.
late 80s, 90s, he did the escorts there. So you see a couple of escorts there. And then up in Canada here at Mosport, he did that RX-7 that we drove today. So good tribute, good send-off. And again, like Lance said, thank you so much for you guys for turning out and giving him that tribute so deserved. Wherever he is, may he rest in peace. And we do appreciate it on behalf of myself, his widow, his 4 kids, all the brothers, sisters. We thank you guys from the bottom of our heart for all of the support and for coming out here and giving us this memorial send-off for him. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We're going to end it off there. Thank you guys for tuning into the stream. And we'll see you tomorrow at 4:15 Eastern Standard Time for the next live stream for round number 3. It's IndyCar at Michigan. But for now, I'm your host, Nasseir from Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club, signing off this evening.
put the server up right now for Michigan. I got to get some.